morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 969. Good morning. Happy Monday. A little food talk this morning. We're going to talk food. Did a little grilling. Had some friends over last night. A little food talk. A little eBay talk. So yeah. Hey, it's like officially fall now, right? Unofficially, officially, Labor Day weekend has come and gone. Hard to believe. Didn't really have a summer here. We had a summer. I did not have a summer, but I'm okay with it. I've accepted it. It was hot yesterday, which I accepted also. My wife and I went to Costco yesterday. We had friends over last night, grilled some steaks, went to Costco, and it was just like the perfect weather. My wife hates the heat. And I'm like, this is the perfect weather. 95, no humidity, not a cloud in the sky, sunny. This is perfect. Now, again, I like my seasons. I wouldn't want that weather every day. I wouldn't want any type of weather day in, day out. I do like the changes. Give me 95 with sunshine most of the year. I'll take a couple months of winter. Not being greedy here, right? You know, November 1st, let's do we can have fall starting now after Labor Day. Let's have a hot Labor Day weekend because we're going to be outside grilling and doing food stuff, right? And then Tuesday, wait, today is Labor Day. Oh shit. See, it's still Labor Day weekend. That's what happens when you work in your basement. You forget days. Oh yeah, it's a holiday. Does that mean there's no mail today? I assume. See, I forget. It's only been 2 years, but I forget all of these holiday. I didn't work Labor Day at my old job, so I assume there's no mail today. Anyway. Today, I'd like heat, although I got my fall, but I'm wearing shorts, so I can just shed the shirt if it's hot out. Tomorrow, bring on fall, right? So the Tuesday after Labor Day, we can have fall through Halloween. And then November 1st, bring on the snow, bring on the cold. Let's have winter. It's a winter wonderland. Christmas season has begun. And then I'll take winter through January. Maybe even February is a short month. I'll take a few months of winter. But then March, I want spring. I want true spring. March 1st, come in like a lamb. And I want true spring, March, April, and then I want it to gradually warm up. May, and then June 1st, bring on the heat, baby. I want that 95 and sunny June 1st through Labor Day. In a perfect world. But you know what? Maybe I wouldn't like that either. Because then it's like, well, I know what to expect. November 1st, it's going to get cold. May 1st, it's going to get warmer. June 1st, it's going to get hot. Throw in some rain. Of course, throw in some snow, but I'd prefer the snow be November, December. Maybe New Year's, and then boom. No more snow, just some light. Or when weekends that work for me. I'm not being too greedy. We had a conversation at the dinner table last night. But we used our dining room for the first time. My wife was so excited. We're walking out of Costco and she's like, we get to use our dining table for the first time. Oh, how exciting. I was not as excited. But the chairs are comfortable. I grew up. We did not sit down and dine together as a family. We did not have, when people came over for holidays, we did not sit and have formal dinners. So that was kind of foreign to me. My wife and her family, they did like no TV, dinner at the table. Like, what kind of world is this? Like, there's a game on. It's Thanksgiving. There's football on. We should be in the living room watching football, eating our turkey. That's how I grew up. Piece of hair in my mouth. It's a little foreign. So if there's a game on, turn the TV on. There wasn't anything on last night. So it was nice. And we haven't seen our friends. In fact, my buddy Adam, fellow Cubs fan, I think I briefly saw him at an event a year ago. But other than that, like since COVID. And Jeremy and his wife were lived in our neighborhood. And he kind of helped guide me. In fact, he came, we were walking through here, and he's an audiophile. He has his own company and makes like cords for like headphones and different things. Only 12 viewers, either because it's Labor Day or people don't want to. I thought food talk, people would be jumping at the bit. Let's talk food. So Jeremy's walking through, and he's here in this room, and he's like, ooh, the acoustics are terrible in this room. And I'm like, yeah, and this is the room that I do my videos from. So he was giving me some guidance on how to fix it. I'm like, I am getting a rug in here. He's like, a rug will help. And then he was showing me some acoustic tiles or something. And you can get them that look like art. I'm like, okay, I'll have to clear this with the wife before I put anything on the wall. Can I just like hang it? Like, I don't know how that works. So he was giving me some guidance on the acoustics in this room. Hey, by the way, we were at Costco yesterday. Did you know Costco has Christmas decor already out? Labor Day weekend, Christmas. Little bit early for me. You know I'm a Christmas wonk. Love me some Hallmark Christmas movies. You know, we were at when I was at the card show on Saturday with Zach and Porter. Porter was humming Christmas songs. And he goes, I'm sorry, I'm humming Christmas songs. And Zach goes, you don't have to apologize to him. I'm like, no, keep humming. I love Christmas songs, even in September. Keep them coming. I think now I think it's dawned on me that I am ready for fall and winter, because sometimes it bothers me when I see Christmas in September, Christmas decorations. And it didn't faze me yesterday. Just didn't faze me. Like I did miss a photo op, take a photo, because that's a divisive topic on social media, Christmas in September, because there's passionate people. We shouldn't see Christmas stuff until after Thanksgiving. I am not a part of that group. It doesn't bother me if it's up in September. If I hear Christmas music, you can turn the channel. If you hear Christmas music or if you watch Christmas movies, you have a choice. That's what's great about America. Nobody's forcing you to listen to Christmas music or watch Christmas movies or buy Christmas decorations in September. You have a choice. Use it. So Costco. Normally I hate Costco trips. Yesterday I was okay. I was content. Maybe I just needed to get out of the house. Costco's such a rat race. Oh. And so we shopped. What did we get? Meat. I got some New York strips. We got some potatoes, I think. Some other crap. Salt for the water softener. Your typical Costco trip. So we go to checkout. Of course, the checkout is my biggest peeve. People are my biggest pet peeve when it comes to Costco. I love Costco, but I hate the people shopping at Costco. Get out of my fucking way. Oh, they don't know. Oh, hi, Ethel. I haven't seen you in ages. Remember so and so? Oh, you know so and so. She lived over, over. Oh, I can't remember the name, but so and so that lived in that. Yeah. And they're just hogging the aisle. This is not so much Costco, Walmart. It's a Walmart thing. Anyway, we get close to the checkouts. Of course, you know what the Costco checkout line is like. Self-checkouts. Self-checkouts. I'm not going to jump on a soapbox about self-checkouts because I love self-checkouts. Many times I prefer, if I'm at the grocery store, I prefer not to use self-checkouts because it's a pain in the ass. If I get tomatoes, any produce at a self-checkout is a pain in the ass because you've got to put it on the thing. It's getting better. Technology is getting better, but it's a pain in the ass. Self-checkouts. So at Walmart and Target, I love self-checkouts because usually I'm just going in to buy envelopes and baseball cards. And that's easy, except when the freaking alarm goes off. And I just ignore it. I used to feel like I used to have like a guilty conscience. And I'd be like, what do I do? Look at my bag. Here's the receipt. I didn't steal. Now it's like, you got to come fucking tackle me. Like, or just come up and say, sir, excuse me. I'm just going to keep walking. I don't even know why they have those. Anyway, self-checkouts. So I've never used the self-checkouts at Costco. So we're in line for the self. We get right up there, and there's a couple behind us. And they're like the braggarts. The self-checkout braggarts. And they're like talking, because there's like a lady that's like guiding you to, oh, number 6 is open. Here, please. And then there's a guy that has to like unlock the self-checkout. Like you can't just walk up to a self-checkout and check out. There's there's stages to this, which annoyed the shit out of me yesterday. So this guy did his thing. Now we're scanning. My wife and I are like bumping into each other because we've never ran a self-checkout together before, I guess. I'm like, okay, I'm going to step back. I'm going to hand you stuff. You scan. I hand, you scan. So I'm listening to this braggart behind me, and they're like, they're yucking it up like we're the kings of self-checkouts. We'll beat everybody in here. It's like, what the fuck? Really? So sure enough, they beat it. The lady even said, last one's in, first one's out. Ooh, good for you. Go get a cookie at the kiosk. So self-checkouts. And then at the end, we had to have like, please see somebody. Oh, we got the Baby Bell cheese. I love it. Biscuit loves them. So I guess like there's like a barcode on each one. So it was like, it thought there was like 100 barcodes. So self-checkout's not very self-checkout. I hate the people that like complain, oh, you should pay me. If I have to cashier my own stuff, you should pay me. Shut up. It's supposed to make your life easier unless you're not capable. And it's funny, like the people that are like, oh, I'm not using the self-checkouts. And they go and they stand in line for a half an hour. You idiot. You just wasted 30. You could have been in and out in 2 minutes. But you're going to jump on your soapbox and you're going to waste all this time standing in a checkout line for somebody else to check you out. So that's my soapbox. Good morning. Happy Monday. Labor Day. We forgot it was Labor Day. Good morning. Happy Labor Day. George is in the house. What's up, George? He wants to talk some food. George made various pickled vegetables this weekend, made a big pot of kidney beans today. Interesting. I was when I was at Total Wine, they had like jars of various pickled vegetables. And I almost bought them, but they didn't really have, they had like just asparagus and something else that just didn't. If they would have had others, I may have pulled the trigger, but didn't find anything, didn't see anything that really pickled my fancy. Turkey cards, food talk. I'm curious where Bo will take this. I'm just talking food, man. Hit the grill last night, so I want to share what I grilled. That's all. John, what's up? Red Light 34 in the house. Angel Baby Cards is with us bright and early in Fresno, California. Good morning to you. The card hobbyist likes food. Food is good. Dan, what's happening? Angel Baby's got to grab his coffee, a burrito, and a Tops cap. Guess what I forgot? My freaking mug. I need to just, what I should do is go to Costco and get like, they sell everything in volume. I should just buy like 20 mugs so I can leave them in my car. For me, coffee mugs to me are like sunglasses or like cheap coolers. You leave them probably more so cheap coolers, because sunglasses, I just break them. I don't wear them. Well, I don't wear them because I always break them. It's like a cheap cooler, right? Like every time you go somewhere, because I don't travel much, so I'm not using my mug in my vehicle. But when I do, I typically forget it and leave it in my car. And now that I think of it, I bet that coffee's been sitting in there since Saturday. Ooh. Oh, it's probably going to stink. Fuck. I better go out there and get that coffee out of my car, because it's not just coffee. There's like creamer in it. So that creamer is going to smell my car up. So it's like when I go to somebody's house, I take a little collapsible cooler. Not so much now that I'm in my 40s, as opposed to when I was in my 20s. You fill that thing up with 12 Bud Lights, you get hammered, and then you go from party to party. Like, oh, where did I leave my cooler, man? And then you just forget. Now, when you're in your 40s, you have like 3 people you go see. And you're not taking a 12-pack. You're taking like 3 beers. And you remember, and when you're in your 40s, somehow your memory gets better. It's probably because you're not hammered. Just leaving your shit everywhere. Hey, we've got Herman back. What's up? Good morning. Good to see you again. So Herman hasn't been with us because he had some YouTube issues. But as you see, he got the YouTube app straightened out. Good to see you. Good to see you. I think I talked about you yesterday about the Georgia Bulldogs. Herman did a little tailgating on Saturday, which I was jealous because Herman sent me a picture of his tailgate setup. By the way, that grill on the back of your truck looks freaking awesome. I'm jealous of that. And it was also it was the home opener, season opener for the Badgers. And so of course I'm driving over to Milwaukee and I see all these people, buses coming in, tailgate setups coming in, hitting John Nolan Drive, going down to Camp Randall Stadium. So I've got to do some tailgating. I don't care about the games. Like, I am the fan that goes and tailgate. Like, I just go to the games to tailgate. So you basically here at Wisconsin, you go for guys like me, you go down, you tailgate down on Regent Street, and then start of the second quarter, you meander your way into Camp Randall. And then you sit through the second quarter, halftime, third quarter, and then when jump around, you stick around for jump around. And then once jump around ends, you go back to the bars on Regent Street. See, I'm like, again, it's kind of like Cubs. I go to Wrigley, not to watch baseball, but just to hang out and soak in the atmosphere. If I want to watch a game, Got a TV right behind me. I can multitask. I can work and watch the game. See, I'm not like I can't just focus on a game unless it's like the World Series and the Cubs are playing in it. But if it's the World Series with any other team, I'll multitask. Probably the only sporting event that I will like actually pay attention to, Badger basketball games. If my alma mater, Western Illinois, is good in basketball, I'll throw their games on every once in a while and actually watch. And then Bears games on TV, I actually watch. Typically not the whole game, but I'll watch, I'll actually pay attention. And then sometimes Cubs games, if I'm tired of screen time on the computer, I'll swivel around and watch the game. And I did that, I think Friday. Was it Friday? Friday, we had the doubleheader. Yeah, I think it's Friday. So I was watching some of the game. But other than that, it's like ADD. Like I just can't focus. I have to no matter what I'm doing, I have to multitask. Mark, what's up? Good morning. I always sat at the kids' table. More fun there. There you go. Put a bunch of monster boxes in there and you will reduce the... Where's box 13? Which, by the way, if you're wondering, box 13 is still with us. Still doing its job, holding cards in. Costco had Christmas stuff in mid-August. Okay, I haven't been to Costco in let's see. Last trip to Costco was when I had to take my wife's car to get new tires or something. That was beginning of August, it must have been beginning of August because it was after the National. So first week of August, I think. Hail Mary hits. What's up? Good morning. Hall of Fame card collector in the house. He's listing some cards. Oh, hey, speaking of that, speaking of listing cards, I have I've come up with a new method to try to be more efficient with my listing to my eBay store. So basically how I list cards using my Ricoh scanner, the 8170 and Card Dealer Pro. So basically I'll have a pile of cards and I'll scan them in, and then this catch bin holds roughly 100 cards, depending on, if they're the modern thicker cards, it's going to be less. But if you're looking at the junk wax era, you can there's about 100 that fit in that bin, which is perfect. This bin is basically the perfect size for cards for my tabs to sort through. Like if somebody orders a card out of, this stack, which I believe this is 19H, there's about 80 cards there, and you can just boom, go through them. But there's some inefficiencies there because basically I'm doing it all in one, right? So what I mean by that is I grab that stack of cards, I scan them in, make sure they're oriented right, and then upload them to Card Dealer Pro. And then I have some downtime while the AI is reading the cards. And so I'm either, usually just going to Twitter or blowout forums or something and, effing around, or I'm getting the next stack ready. But there's that downtime. And sometimes, like I said, I'm effing around on the internet, and so I'm wasting time. So when I was talking about Napster the other day and Kazaa, I would download music, especially Napster, when I was selling burned CDs in the high school hallway for $5 a pop. I would let those run in the overnight because you could queue them up, download them while you're sleeping, right? So I thought about that strategy, and it got me thinking. Saturday when I was with Alex from Card Dealer Pro, they have the JP who runs Laskus Innovations. He actually created these, formed them through Ricoh, and I think Ricoh actually kind of promotes it. They're formed to fit the scanners. He also made a hopper where you can fit 1,000 cards in this giant machine, and it just gradually releases the cards in. And as I saw that work, I'm like, I could scan 1,000 cards at a time and upload that while I'm asleep. Like say like before I go to bed, I come down to brush my teeth and I upload 1,000 cards in, and I have 1,000 cards already scanned, ready to be, checked over and listed in the morning. This could be a game changer. So yesterday I was shipping. Did a lot of sales. So I'm shipping. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to, because I've got like from Wednesday's bulk buy, a lot of stuff that I can list. There's nothing in that in what I bought Wednesday. There's nothing I don't even know if there's a $5 card in there. I think, well, we found the Reggie Wayne. There was one other card, I think, in there. For the most part, there's not much. Mostly $1.75 and some $2.50 cards. So I'm like, I'm just going to grab a bunch of piles. So here's what I did. So here's the first bag. So I grabbed all the cards. And so I think there's, how many was in here? I think this is 400. 1, 2. Oh, this must be, this is the second box. Now I've got to remember which order they're in. So this was the first box. So I think there's 400. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, there's about 400. There's 5 tabs, about 400 cards in this box. So what I did was I had this big box of cards, and I went through, and I'm just scanning as I go. Scan. When the bin fills up, that's going to be a tab. So there's 19I. And then I've got the next batch, scan. It fills the bin up, 19J. HIJK, LM, so on and so forth. So I think there's like 425 in that. And so because there's 850 images. So boom, orient them, upload, back to shipping. It's doing its work. I come back. I'm like, I found another box. Boom, another 300. Scan, upload to Card Dealer Pro. Now I've got another batch that I'll do later today of basketball. Don't really do basketball, but hey, if I can be efficient in listing, it's like 1,000 cards. Boom. We'll see how this works. Now, what makes it easy when I did one at a time was it was easily differentiated between tabs, right? So 19 HIJK LMNOP. So it's like, okay, I'm working on 19I. I can just copy paste 19I. Now I'm going to have to be more cognizant of what's 19I. Where's the cutoff? So that's why I put the tabs. So I know each, what's going to go. So I'm going to do 19I. Okay, the first card is the Topps Heritage Josh Harrison. So he starts J, 19J. So I go down, find the Josh Harrison. I know Josh Harrison starts 19J, HIJK. Who starts 19K? It's Daryl Dawkins. Who starts so on and so forth. So I haven't done it yet, but I've got the cards uploaded to Card Dealer Pro, and they're just ready to export into a spreadsheet. So I'm going to work on that today. I'm going to continue shipping, and then maybe tomorrow we'll hammer down the listing part. Actually, probably later today. I forgot post office is closed today. I'm tired of these 86-degree days. Want low temps, 68 to 78 Fahrenheit. It's actually been kind of perfect here in Madison, Wisconsin, where we had some like just a few days ago, it was like 45 degrees in the morning. It's like, Jesus, it's like, this is a little too early. And then the last couple days, it's been in the mid 90s. So I think it was 95 yesterday. It was, I think, 92 on Saturday. I don't know what the high today is, but I think it's going to go. I think we're just going to have a few days of the mid 90s, and then we're going to go back down. But there's no humidity, which is nice. Oh, so we're going to be in the 90s still today and tomorrow. 92 today, 91 tomorrow, and then a 79 high on Wednesday. It's going to be in the upper. It's going to be right in Dan's range most of this week. Thursday, 67, Friday, 73, Saturday, 77, Sunday, 71, Monday, 68. So next Saturday, what's next Saturday? I don't have anything going on Saturday. Sunday is the St. Charles Card Show. Saturday 77. Who do the Badgers play? Maybe I could go down and tailgate on Saturday. Let's see. We want Big Ten. How many teams are going to be in the Big Ten now after these West Coast teams come in? Week 2. Saturday. Oh, Wisconsin's on the road at Washington State. So that clears that up. Herman says it's still too early for Halloween decorations. Yeah, like I understand when stores skip Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving decorations are not big business. Christmas is. Halloween is. I did see last week when I went into Goodwill, I did see Halloween. They had their huge Halloween display up. But yeah, it does seem a bit early for Halloween. Like I don't even like. I understand you're trying to capture that Christmas because the Christmas market's huge, but Halloween in August does seem a bit much. Angel Baby's not quite ready for fall. I could use another 3 weeks. Card Hobbyist says if a business is putting out Christmas stuff early, it means that people are buying it already. Absolutely. And that's when people say Christmas is getting earlier and earlier, it's because people are buying this stuff earlier and earlier. Walmart, Costco, they ain't dumb. They ain't dumb. They're not going to be putting out products that aren't going to sell. So you, sir, nailed it. John picked up a white sparkle. A total for 4, is that pounds or euros? The last buy it now was 35. The power of auctions for buyers. There you go. Auctions suck if you're a seller. But look at what John got as a buyer for those auctions. I think tonight I'm going to use this strategy for auctions because I've got stale inventory. And if it sells for 99 cents, I don't care. So I think I'm going to throw like 200 auctions on tonight. Twofold. Because I think Monday nights are a good night to run auctions. B, today is a holiday. People are going to be grilling out, doing summers. It's the end of summer. There's not going to be much listing activity. So next Monday night, which is not a holiday, and now we're in fall, and it's Monday night, and there's less competition. That's why I don't like running Sunday auctions. Why don't I like running Sunday auctions? Because there's so much competition. Because for 25 years, people say, you got to run auctions that end at 8 p.m. on Sunday night. So when does everybody run their auctions? Sunday night. What does that lead to? A ton of competition. So I'm going to try. I like Monday through Thursday auctions ending in prime time. So I'm going to try that since today is, I'm confused. I'm starting to confuse myself. Today is Labor Day, Monday. So next Monday night, my auctions will end. So we'll see how this little experiment goes. Every experiment I've ran with auctions have sucked. It's like, this didn't increase sales. It didn't increase traffic to my store. And I sold a few things, but sometimes that's what we got to do, right? George loves Costco trips. Had a Costco bread crust cheese pizza that I topped with veggies and some extra cheese. Threw in the oven tonight. Nice. Costco bread crust cheese pizza. Johnny M., good morning. This is the start of the eBay Christmas buying season. Sales usually at least triple for me during the next 4 months. Not necessarily for cards, but they go up too. The last few years has been, well, I mean, it's kind of the COVID years, right? It's just been, it hasn't been what used to be normal. Quotes, use air quotes because I hate the word normal, but I use it. Maybe it hasn't been the average. It used to be October, November used to be like the worst months for me. And I'd get a little uptick in December for like the random gifts for Christmas. But that was also when I was like kind of cherry picking listings. Now that I'm doing volume, I really don't see I don't see seasonal fluctuation. Like there's no, like people ask all the time that are not in this hobby industry, when's your downtime? When's your down season? It's like there is no downs. Like people buy baseball cards all the time, football cards, basketball cards. Now there is like down times for baseball, but even during downtimes, and especially now, they're releasing new product. Topps, Fanatics, they're releasing new product year round now. Where it used to be like, man, after October, nothing was released until Topps came out at the end of January. Now there's a ton, like not all the products I buy are come out in the fourth quarter. But for, for at least, and I know back in the day, Topps would release Score, Upper Deck. They would all release the new line in fourth quarter. So like 89 Topps came out in December, and you could get your Topps for Christmas for the following year. And I don't know what year that changed, but at least in the last 10 years, and probably longer, it's just been the dead period until here recently. And I think it was brought on by, delays due to the supply chain, paper shortages, yada, yada, yada. Card Hobbyist says, Hobby Evolution of Bo into a Grumpy Old Man. Great movie, Grumpy Old Men. Was it Grumpy Old Men? I think it might have been Grumpier Old Men I saw in the movie theaters. Great movie. I just posted a picture of the Christmas displays in my Costco on the Hobby Evolution page. Thank you. Yeah, check out the Hobby Evolution Facebook page. I think we added a few new members yesterday. So check out Hobby Evolution on Facebook. Always some great discussions going on in there. Mark says, I love the people who leave their carts in the middle of the aisle. Ugh. I thought I was done with my soapbox. The Chevy Chase of Costco self-checkouts. Assisted checkout. There you go. Assisted. Best title ever. I knew I'd get Uncle Rich's attention with food talk. We haven't even talked about food yet. Carlo does vintage. Good morning. Card show buy from Saturday. 169 auto and relic baseball cards for $35. Oh, that's a great deal. 49 relics, 120 autos. Best auto, Jared Sotolamacchia. Best relic, 5 or 6 Vladdy seniors. How best to sell on eBay? Individual. Sell them as singles. It's going to take a little longer because you can't just, I don't know if you have a scanner or not, but at least with the relics, not really easily scannable. But throw those puppies on eBay as singles. What's your price? So you got 169. So the relics are a little more difficult, and I hate relics for that reason. Let's see. So 35 divided by 169. So you're buying 20 cents, 21 cents. Shit, that's a hell of a deal. So basically the autos, and I don't know, you said your best auto was Sotolamacchia. Depending on what the autos are, and who the players are, because even if like Sotolamacchia is the best player, like sometimes there's like names that they might not have been a great player, but like Brian Taylor, like you can sell his auto for like $20. But like the in-person, if they're, in-person autographs, $250 is what I sell mine for. If they're Topps, Chrome, Bowman, Chrome, stuff like that, usually between $250 and $5. And then there are some like outliers on players that, like a Brian Taylor, you would think it's a $2.50 auto. In reality, it's a $20 card. So that would be my strategy. Johnny M says self-checkout equal job cuts and more profit for companies. But that doesn't bother me. That does not bother me. If it helps me, and I know in the grand scheme, it's bad for the economy and all that. But for me, if I can save 20 minutes, that's good value for me. Food issue cards, bring them back. You paid about 20 cents per card. Then you could do the $1.99 free shipping for the commoner players. There you go. Angel Baby is back. And then a bit higher for the Vlads of the world. Dave wants to know if I've ever been to Gulfport. I've never been to Gulfport, Mississippi. I've been to Gulfport, Illinois. I know Dave has. Dave's been to Gulfport, Illinois. He's usually driving. Dan, happy Friday. Wait, now I'm confused. Dan, I was already confused. Now I'm more confused. Tracy, good morning. What's happening? Red Light 34, where can I get that card bid? They are currently sold out. Here, let me show you. But you can join a lading. I'm typing in Laskus Innovations. Let's see, shop. You can join their waiting list. Okay, so here is. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Here's my screen. So here's the link in the chat, and let's present. Share screen. LaskusInnovations.com/shop. So here's what they have. They have the sleever, the easy sleever, the extra tall risers and catch bin. The this is what I have. I think it's the standard catch bin. This is the Auto Loader 1000, baby. Look at that puppy. Look at that baby. Woo! Looks like they're out of stock, but there is a pre-order, so you can pre-order. So it's $225. So it's a little pricey. $225. And then if you want the catch bins, you're gonna have to pay extra. $20 for the small, $35 for the extra tall. So there you go. LaskusInnovations.com, and you got the big old Auto Loader 1000. Where am I at? There we go. Hail Mary hits. I've been doing stacks of 25 per custom SKU, and that's made my order picking significantly quicker. Absolutely. The less you have in your SKUs, the faster you can become. But there's also there's the what the hell do you call the not depreciation? Oh fuck. What the hell do you call that? Diminishing returns. Because then it comes at, okay, how much time, if you're using more time putting SKUs, how do you find, and then all of a sudden it's like you have 300 SKUs and you're like, and it might take you longer. So there's kind of a delicate balance. Hail Mary hits. I never thought about doing a large scan right before bed and letting Car Dealer Pro do its thing. That's a great idea. Kyle, good morning. What's happening? Card Hobbyist, I do the same. Each section is a single handful. Dan, now he's got it right. It is Monday, Labor Day Monday. Dan is up to 21 different Burley refractor parallels for the platinum anniversary. Nice. Can you believe there's 21 different? Well, there's more. Dan has 21 different, and there's more. Herman still needs to get my scanner. Herman, what are you doing, man? Get that scanner set up. Rich says he'd be thrilled with 86-degree days. Herman says we had 81 Saturday. Georgia was at 81. Wisconsin was at 92 on Saturday. That's backwards. Hall of Fame card collector says he thinks I need ADHD medication. LOL. I self-medicate but although last night, what was I drinking last night? I had the Stone Cold Steve Austin lager. I bought a mixer sixer because when I have friends, it's like, I don't know. Because the friends that were over last night, they just kind of drink different stuff. It's not like they're Bud Light guys or Coors Light guys or Miller Light guys. Craft beer. Sometimes they're into IPAs, stout, So it's like, I'll just get a little bit of everything. I did get 2 IPAs. I think my buddy Jeremy drank 1. So I'm stuck with an IPA in my fridge. That's probably going to be there until the next party. Please drink my IPA. What else was I? I had the Stone Cold Lager, and then I think Supper Club, which is a local in Middleton here, Capital Brewery. Herman says, I get why stores, but the holiday decorations out early to start selling, but that doesn't mean people have to put them up as soon as they get home. There you go. You can buy them. You don't have to go home and put them up on Labor Day. Rich says, first of my Labor Day weekend show yesterday, a few less people than I would have liked, but those who came mostly spent good money. That's good. Not about lesser people, but spending money is always good. Yeah, the show that I was at on Saturday, traffic was definitely down. And I guess that could be Labor Day weekend. Oh, yawn. I was up late. I was up till like 11 last night. That's late for me. My Saturday Memorial Day show was down, which was to be expected. Dan says, why not try all 500 auctions on this strat? I guess I could. Good morning, Harlan. What's happening? John, would Monday Night Football affect the auctions if you put them on tonight? I know it's mainly baseball you have, but would eyes be on auctions if it clashes with the football? I don't think so. Especially Monday Night Football. I don't even know. Is there any let's see. Monday night. When does NFL start? Does NFL start this week? Let's go to NFL. Week 1. Thursday night, Chiefs and Lions. Guess what we've got on Sunday? Oh, yeah, baby. Bears, Packers. And fuck, I'm going to be at the card show. God dang it. Well, shit. It's a 3:00 game, which just means I'll be driving during a portion of the game. So it's the Bills and Jets on Monday night. So I don't think that's going to have any effect. I don't think Monday Night Football has any effect on auctions. Uncle Rich says some companies are discovering the self-checkout is actually costing them money as things are leaving without being paid for. Yeah, and they still have to have people because there's always issues. So there's still like a cat, and if you only have 4 and you still have to have one person manning it, would it be just easier to have that person run a cash register and have lines a little longer? Good morning, Mark Hoyle. What's happening? Kyle says the steak pics on Twitter look delicious. Looking forward to getting a quarter beef this week. There you go. Let's see. Red Light 34 says those look 3D printed. Maybe I could help them. I have 10 3D. Holy shit, 10 3D printers? Yeah, I think these are 3D printed. I'm pretty sure. Definitely. They have to be. Pretty sure they are. So yeah, steak pics. Let's talk steak. Let's talk food. We got Rich here. So some people think it's a sin to marinate a steak. Normally, I don't marinate steak. There's Christian. He heard me say Lions. So Christian pops into the chat. What's up, Christian? Normally I don't marinate steaks, but sometimes I do. A couple times a year, I want to marinate a steak because does a steak need to be dressed up? Absolutely not. But sometimes, like if you eat steak, if I grill a steak 8, 9, 10 times in a summer, it starts tasting the same. Like, yeah, it's a good steak, but it's the same as I had last time. Sometimes you want to mix it up. So, picked up some boneless New York strips at the Costco. Herman says salt and pepper is all you need. I agree with that, but sometimes a good marinade. So that's what I did yesterday. So I'm looking up. My wife's like, well, I'm going to Pick and Save. What do you need for the marinade? And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't found a recipe yet. It's like, well, on the drive home, look up recipes. So I'm looking through recipes and I found one. I think it was just like the world's greatest steak marinade or something. Oh, sounds the world's best, right? Must be good. So it's soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, which I just love saying Worcestershire. Soy sauce, Worcestershire, lemon juice, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, and olive oil and minced garlic. I think that was all the ingredients. Whisk it I learned a couple things. I learned how to whisk. I'm 41 years old. I've been stirring my entire life. I'd ask my wife where the whisk was. I do know what a whisk is, but I didn't know where the whisk was. So I found the whisk and I start stirring. I thought whisking just meant using the tool, the whisk, and stir. So I start stirring, and my wife goes, No, you're stirring. And I'm like, with a whisk. And she's like, you have to whisk. I'm like, I'm whisking. I have the whisk. She's like, no, you're stirring. You have to whisk it. See, this is the whisk. It brings everything from the bottom up top. Whisking. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I've been doing this wrong my entire life. I'm whisking now. I don't think you can see me. I don't think you can see my hand. Like, what the hell is he doing? He's not whisking. So I whisk. And it's just a quick, it's not like an overnight. I'm sure like the longer you marinade, the more it soaks into the meat. I've got one of those like things that you like tenderize. It's not a meat tenderizer. It's not called a meat tenderizer. My mom got one for me. Meat tenderizer name. Oh, what the hell is it called? There it is. A jacquard. So I got a jacquard. And so I tenderize the steaks with the jacquard. And then I get some big Ziploc bags. And we pour the marinade in there. Get them a little in, kind of stir it up. Soak it in. Put it in the fridge for a couple hours. And then slap them on the grill. It was a little different. Like, two of the guys want medium rare. Well, I'm like more of a rare guy. Jeremy's a medium rare. Adam's a medium. So cook those babies up. Mine was perfect. And the marinade itself was good because you could taste just a little, you could taste a hint of like everything. And it's got just a little hint of the lemon juice. By the way, we didn't use like bottled lemon juice. This was my wife's idea. We used actual lemons for the lemon juice. So how about that? Turned out great. My wife made some smashed potatoes. Those little, what are the small potatoes called? And then like smashed them and then bake them. We had a salad. Salads are not exciting at all. Unless it's like an ahi tuna fillet salad. Those are delicious. We did not have that. What else did we have? Oh, and some like ravioli, which was okay. So it turned out great. Turned out excellent. Fantastic. And I know people like, no, you don't marinate a steak, but sometimes I do. And it's fucking good. It's really good. Rich says our Labor Day weekend show is never good as our March or Memorial Day show, depending on the calendar. Herman says, don't watch much NFL, but do follow players I like. I'll watch more NFL than probably previously because I'm excited for the Bears. I actually followed like some of the training camp news. I'm excited for Bears season. Rich says we're finally getting to the food talk. Herman says salt and pepper is all you need. I will agree with that, but every once in a while, I want a good marinade. Card Hobbyist says dry rub that baby. I haven't. Well, I guess every once in a while I'll use. If you've ever, I think Penzeys is nationwide. Penzeys spices. I've picked up some like meat spices from them and done a little bit of dry rub. Herman says just don't overcook it. Only need 3 minutes per side. Heck yeah, baby. I like my steak mooing. Hell yeah. Card Hobbyist says Worcestershire sauce has a cool origin story. I think I recall, I'm going to look it up just to see Worcestershire sauce. Let's look it up. Where's Wikipedia? It's time for a Wikipedia read. We haven't done that in a while. Worcestershire sauce is a fermented liquid condiment invented by the pharmacists Lee and Perrins, hence the name Lee and Perrins Worcestershire sauce, in the city of Worcestershire, England. Let's see. Origin. A fermented fish sauce called garum was a staple of Greco-Roman cuisine and of the Mediterranean economy of the Roman Empire. Blah, 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 blah. The use of similar fermented anchovy sauces in Europe can be traced back. Okay, let's get to the Worcestershire. Lee and Perrins brand was commercialized in 1837 and was the first type of sauce to bear the Worcestershire name. The origin of the Lee and Perrins recipe is unclear. The packaging originally stated that the sauce came from the recipe of a nobleman in the county. The company has also claimed that Lord Marcus Sandys, ex-governor of Bengal, encountered it while in India with the East India Company in the 1830s and commissioned the local pharmacists to recreate it. However, neither Lord Marcus Sandys nor any Baron Sandys was ever a governor of Bengal, nor had they ever visited India. According to company tradition, when the recipe was first mixed, the resulting product was so strong that it was considered inedible and the barrel was abandoned in the basement. Looking to make space in the storage area a few years later, the chemist decided to try it 18 months later and discovered that the long fermented sauce had mellowed and was now palatable. In 1838, the first bottles of Lee and Perrins Worcestershire sauce released to the general public. So that is interesting. There you go. Worcestershire. Nice steak ideas, but growing up in the early 70s, we typically get the flavor we want from either hickory and or mesquite wood for the barbecue smoker. There you go. The Tailgater grill on my truck got a workout Saturday. 3 packs of shrimp, 16 brats, 12 hamburgers, and 15 chicken quarters, and a partridge in a pear tree. Needless to say, no food made it back home. Happy Labor Day, grinding for good. The grill was a hit at the game. If they still made them, I could have made a killing selling them. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Angel Baby says Worcestershire sauce was the best. Looking forward to seeing where Ditka's Bears are after like week 5. By then, we will know if Justin Fields was just getting started last year or if last year was an anomaly. They'll be 3-2 or 4-1. 3-2 or 4-1. And I don't even know what their schedule is. I know they play the Packers week 1, but I think they'll be 3-2 or 4-1. Final record 11-6. Henry, I used it on steaks. Who tastes a random sauce that has been sitting in a basement barrel for 18 months? Hey, the 1800s were a different time. I don't like tasting something that was that expired yesterday. Like, the date says September 3rd. I'm gonna be careful with this. Henderson's Relish is better than Worcestershire sauce. It's from Sheffield, Yorkshire. Lovely stuff. Henderson's Relish. Well, now we're going to go down that rabbit hole. Henderson Relish. Oh, you can get it on Amazon. Henderson's Relish is a condiment produced in Sheffield. It is similar to appearances in Worcestershire, but contains no anchovies. It's made of water, sugar, and spirit vinegar with a selection of spices and coloring. It is gluten-free, suitable for vegans, and is approved by the Vegetarian Society. It is widely known in Sheffield as Hendo's. Interesting. Oh, Hendogate. Knowledge of Henderson's is so limited outside Yorkshire that in February of 2014, Lewisham MP Jim Dowd misunderstood it as a copy of the anchovy-based Lee and Perrins and described it as parasitic packaging, an attempt to pass off one sauce as another during a parliamentary debate on an intellectual property bill. He had encountered the sauce at a pub in Blackheath, the Hare and Billet, also far outside the usual Henderson's region. Later, he was corrected by comments. Dowd later toured the Henderson factory in a peacemaking gesture. Wow. So it's kind of like it's underground. It's an underground sauce. John is opening us up to a new world. Henderson's Relish. Although it looks Henderson Relish on Amazon. You can buy it. You could buy a 3-pack for $23.99. Oh, or a single bottle for $9.75. I should buy a bottle. So John, what do you put Henderson's relish on? Because I don't use Worcestershire sauce like twice a year. I'm curious about this Henderson's relish, but if I only use it as like a Worcestershire sauce substitute, can I like dip my fries in it? what can I now I'm down a rabbit hole of all kinds of different condiments on Amazon. Interesting. I love condiments are great. Let's see. Yep. But by the end of the 70s, the restaurants in most homes began using A1 steak sauce. Hate it. I absolutely despise A1 steak sauce. I mean, it's okay if you want to dip fries, but it ruins the taste of a steak. Let's see. Henry says, yeah, in the 1800s, they had Old Judge. Hey, Herman's got to run. Have a great day. Here in Central California, we used to use an awful lot of Chris and Pitt's barbecue sauce. Now we're talking. Let's talk barbecue sauce. In the late 90s, we began using Stubbs. I like Stubbs. 7 years ago, the old lady turned me on to Sweet Baby Ray's, and that shit is good. Stubbs, I think I have some Stubbs in my fridge. Sweet Baby Ray's is good. Henry says A1 was poopy. Many times I used to put the A1 sauce on. Yes, that I can do A1 sauce on baked potatoes. A1 sauce works good with potatoes, whether them being French fried or baked. Card Hobbyist says Sweet Baby Ray's is the popular sauce here. I always like finding like the boutique gourmet type barbecue sauces that aren't. But it's hard to find. Like when I go to the grocery store, it's all the same. It's like Kraft, Open Pit, Sweet Baby Ray's. I think Stubbs is pretty mainstream now. And then we've got some like regional ones that I've had. Frank's Red Hot. Henry puts that shit on everything. Sweet Baby Ray's, an advertiser for Rangers games. Let's see. Angel Baby says A1 has its place, but natural is better. I wonder let's look up barbecue sauce on Amazon. Barbecue sauce. And I like the thicker barbecue sauces. Of course, the first ones that pop up are generic Whole Foods store brand, I think. Kraft. There's Sweet Baby Ray's. Come on. Give us some like Rufus Teague. There we go. Rufus Teague honey sweet barbecue sauce. We've got Head Country barbecue sauce. There's a squirrel. What's up, squirrel? He's like, what the fuck's going on in there? Let's see. Cattleman's barbecue sauce. Geez, that's a freaking gallon jug. Kansas City Classic. There's old Stubbs. This is all like mainstream. I want like the regional stuff. I guess they probably don't sell that on Amazon, I would assume. Killer Hogs vinegar sauce. See, I don't like the vinegar barbecue sauce. Capital City. There's Open Pit. Guy Fieri. Braswell's tangy mustard Carolina barbecue sauce. Jack Daniels, that's some pretty good stuff. I've had the Jack Daniels barbecue sauce. Bone sucking hot sauce. Oh, this is what I don't have Stubbs. I have G. Hughes. I don't know what the G stands for. G. Hughes. It's sugar-free. I think I've got the hickory or the maple. I don't know what I have. Tony Roma's. So yeah, this is all like mainstream on Amazon. I guess that's what you get for Amazon. All right, where are we at? Rich says, now we're cooking with gas. There's our food pun for the morning. Hendos can be used on stuff like pies, cheese on toast, and just a condiment in meat and fish dishes. Okay. Oscar's Smokehouse in Warrensburg, New York has the best barbecue sauce and rubs I've ever had. They do mail order, but I like to buy in person and stock up on meats. Oscar's Smokehouse. Okay. Down this rabbit hole. Oscar's Smokehouse. Warrensburg, New York. Oscar's Adirondack. Am I pronouncing Adriandak meat gift boxes specialty items? Meat, cheese gift box. Where can I find? It's got to be under specialty items, right? Can I just click? Oh, they got homemade jerky, maple syrup. Let's see. Ooh, that jerky looks good. They got shirts. Oh, I don't see any barbecue sauce. More Than Mustard, is that what it is? 8-ounce jar. That's pretty cheap. $7.99. Oscar's Smoke More Than Mustard. All right. Where anybody else have some good regional stuff? I like learning about your regional food. Let's talk about like regional content, like barbecue sauce. Anybody else have like local stuff that you can't get like in everywhere supermarket? Like Oscar Smoke. Is that their like barbecue sauce? The More Than Mustard? Is it like a mustard sauce? Where are we at? The big debate: propane or wood? So I'm a propane guy. Let's see. I do like charcoal, but I don't have a charcoal grill. I just have the propane. Sticky fingers. They distribute that up here. I have had sticky fingers. I made a batch of teriyaki sauce on Saturday. Ooh, I love me some teriyaki sauce also. I like to make my own barbecue sauce, honey, brown sugar, and ketchup. So oh man, I wonder if this is still, I had a Facebook group. This is like early days of Facebook. Let's see. So on Monday nights, we would get together, and we didn't do it that often, but we would get together and make just random food. And so one night we decided to make homemade barbecue sauce. And I found a recipe for like mint barbecue sauce. And instead of using mint, I used mint extract. And I used the same amount. Whew, it was not good. Let's see. Maybe this was the only, because I found that 2008 is when this 15 years ago. Didn't follow the recipe. We added molasses and ketchup to try to get it to correct itself. Didn't take I don't think, this was before like picture phones, I think. 2008? I think I had camera phones, but I didn't have internet, didn't have a smartphone. One of my buddies says, sauce was solid. We just have to make sure not to use anything with mint ever again. I wish I had photos, but I guess it's sauce, so you can't really tell. Let's see. George says, I'm with Kyle on this. I generally make my own sauces. Nothing wrong with buying it, but I enjoy playing around and adding a bit of this and that. See, I never follow recipes, and then it ends up being terrible and a waste of money. A1 was originally for Old Fowl Meat, King George IV, 1824. Johnny M says it may not be on there right now since they don't ship during the summer. Aha. I'm 22 and struggle to cook with telling temperature. Get yourself a meat thermometer. A meat thermometer, which I still have difficulty accurately getting the temperature. Kyle says, check out Kathy's Kitchen Sauces, a small Southern Illinois operation. It's delicious and healthier than fructose corn syrup barbecues. Kathy's Kitchen Sauces. Okay. Rabbit hole. Kathy's Kitchen Sauces. Kathy's Kitchen Store. Sauces. Ooh, baby. Hickory Smoke Apple Barbecue Sauce. Garlic barbecue sauce. She's got pasta sauce, sweet Cajun barbecue, chili sauce, angel wing hot dipping sauce, wow sriracha chili sauce, habanero hickory smoked apple barbecue sauce. Angel Wing mildly hot sauce. That first one, hickory smoked apple barbecue sauce, sounds very tasty. Where are we at? We use Santa Maria seasoning on our steaks. Simple and delicious. My older cousin, a professional chef, taught me you seal in the moisture of your steaks for the grill by rubbing oil on the steaks. Seals and the steak is never dry. Thai peanut sauce. Yes, that is also good. Yes, love me some Thai peanut sauce. We got a Shane's Rib Shack here. Their sauce is more vinegar-based, though, and they have a mustard-based sauce. They've expanded pretty quickly in 20 years. Shane's Rib Shack. Shane's Rib Shack sauces. Boom. Tossed sauces. Shane's Rib Shack. Original barbecue, honey barbecue, spicy barbecue, buff cube, mild buffalo, medium buffalo, hot buffalo, lemon pepper, teriyaki. You can order those online. Menu. I want to see some pictures. There we go. Shane's Rib Shack. I should be like marking these down. George says my favorite barbecue sauce to make is a mustard sauce. Love some mustard. I'm not a big on mustard sauce. Mustard's okay, but I'm not really big on the mustard sauce. I like it more molassy, sassy, sweet, sassy molassy. And for poor folk, they use particle board and old 2x4s. Yuck. The apple barbecue sauce from Kathy's is amazing. Oh, I'm going to have to go back. And it's on sale. It's only like $6.50 for a bottle, plus shipping, I would assume. Where's old Kathy's? $6.50. Well, shit. Might as well buy it. Let's check it out. I can do Shop Pay and MetaPay. Can I do PayPal? Okay. I'll leave that up. Sure you'll live, but it's ghetto food for sure. There you go. Good old food talk this morning. Hey, we went over an hour. I didn't think we would hit the hour mark, but went on by. So I'm going to go get me some more coffee. I'm going to do some shipping. I'm going to do some listing. And I'm kind of hungry now. A couple of months ago, I had French fries served with good mayo. See? What did you think? French fries with good mayo, not like, the random stuff off the shelf. Good mayo and a fry. So good. But was correct. Good mayo on fries is a good thing. There you go. We're not talking Hellman's. We're talking good mayo. Thank you, Uncle Rick. So hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Hit up my eBay store. You can find it at 99centcards.com. Link also in the description. Probably going to go have to buy some barbecue sauces online. I've got Kathy's Kitchen. I've got Shane's Rib Shack brought up. So thank you for the tips. Thank you for the chat. And we'll be back at it tomorrow. Enjoy your day off. Assuming most have the day off today, Labor Day. Not me. Not the 1 Million Cubs eBay store. We are working all day, baby. So have a great Monday. Enjoy your Labor Day. Be safe out there. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central. See you then.